Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I am Hashim Ali Khan. Already we have completed 8 problems on computation of tax liability in the previous video. Now we are continuing the same problem, computation of tax liability, in 9th problem. So hope my regular viewers have already watched those videos, got a command on how to calculate the tax liability of an individual. So many provisions we have learned so far in the previous problems. Now, if you have not watched those videos, I suggest you to please go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject Income Tax 1 for the assessment year 2021. And in that subject, you can select the topic Income Tax Introduction. Watch the first 5 videos that are entirely on the theory provisions. Provisions regarding the Income Tax Act 1961 for the assessment year 2020-21. So after that, I have given 2-3 videos on problems. 8 problems we have already solved. Now I am coming to the 9th problem. So before going to the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems given in the link under my description. So take a printout, keep it ready before watching the video. So the next problem is problem number 9. Mrs. X is resident in India for the assessment year 2021. For the previous year 2019-2020, her income chargeable to tax in India is 15,54,810. The total income earned during the previous year 2019-20 and the income earned during 2019-20 is taxable in the year 2020-21. Total income 15,54,810. Find out the tax liability if the date of birth of Mrs. X is March 31st, 1960, second, or April 5, 1960. Date of birth is given. Why the date? Two situations are given. If we assume that her date of birth is 31st March 1960, then what would be the tax liability? Second situation, if the date of birth of the SSC is 5th April 1960, then what would be his tax liability? By using this date of birth, we find out what is the age, present age during the previous year. What is the age of the SSC? Because according to the age, the basic exemption will change. If she is a senior citizen, 3 lakh rupees basic exemption. If she is a non-senior citizen, basic exemption is 2,50,000. So how to find out? We have to see. If she is up to 60, below 60 years. If she is below 60 years as on the last date of the previous year. The last date of the previous year is 31st March 2020. Our assessment year is 2021. From 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. This is the assessment year. Previous year, 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. The last date of the previous year, 31st March 2020. On this date, up to this date, if the SSC is 60 years, then she will be treated as a senior citizen. अगर 60 years हो गए तो senior citizen. अगर 60 years नहीं हो रहे as on 31st March 2020, तो she will be treated as a non-senior citizen. So we have to find out what is the age up to 31st March 2020. So here for the assessment year 2021, the exemption limit is 2,50,000 if the taxpayer is an individual below 60 years. On the last day of the previous year, that is 31st March 2020. Our last day of the previous year is 31st March 2020. If she is up to 60 years, then she will be treated as a senior citizen. 3 lakh rupees basic exemption. If the taxpayer is 60 years or more at any time during the previous year, the exemption limit for the assessment year 2021 is 3 lakh. 3 lakh. Now we'll decide. Well, now we'll see. Her date of birth is 31st March 1960. So from 31st March 1960 to 1970, 10 years. 70 to 80, 20 years. 80 to 90, 30 years. 90 to 2000, 40 years. 2010, 50 years. 2020, 60 years. Exactly 60 years it's coming up to 31st March 2020. So in a situation, if the date of birth is 31st March 1960, then exactly 60 years will be over on 31st March 2020. When 60 years is over, she will be a senior citizen. In a situation, if the date of birth is 31st March 1960, then she will be a senior citizen. Basic exemption 3 lakh. Second case, if on 31st March 2020 it is not 60 years, because her date of birth is 5th April 1960, so on 5th April 2020 she is going to become 60 years. 5th April 2020 she is going to become 60 years, but we are closing the accounts on 31st March 2020. Our year end, our previous year end on 31st March 2020. So on 31st March 2020, she has not crossed 60 years. She is under 60 years. So under 60 years means she is a non-senior. Non-senior means basic exemption limit 2,50,000. So in the two situations given in the problem, first situation, she is exactly 60 years on 31st March 2020. So basic exemption limit 3 lakh. Second situation, she has not completed 60 years on 31st March 2020. So she is below 60 years. So in that case, the basic exemption limit is 2,50,000, non-senior citizen. So here, in situation A, Mrs. X is 60 years on 31st March 2020. Consequently, she becomes a senior citizen for the assessment year 2021 and the basic exemption limit is 3 lakh. First situation. तो पहले सिचुएशन में 31st March 2020 को उसके 60 years हो गए. That means she will become a senior citizen. Basic exemption limit 3 lakh. अब second situation, her date of birth is 5th April 1960. So on 5th April 2020 she will become 60. But our last day of the previous year is 31st March 2020. So on 31st March 2020, she has not completed 60 years. She is under 60 years. So she is a non-senior citizen. Basic exemption limit 2,50,000. In situation B, however, she is below 60 years on 31st March 2020. So the basic exemption limit is 2,50,000. That's all. Now we compute the tax liability under situation A and situation B. Situation A, case A, calculation of tax liability. If the date of birth is 31st March 1960, she has completed 60 years, 3 lakh. The slab income rate tax up to 3 lakh, basic exemption limit is 3 lakh because she is a senior citizen. 3 lakh, nil. 3 lakh 1 to 5 lakh. Second slab from 3 lakh 1 rupee to 5 lakh. The total income will be 2 lakh. For the second slab of 2 lakh, how much? 20% will apply. Oh, sorry, 5% will apply. So 2 lakh into 5%, 10,000. Now third slab, from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. So 5 lakh is the income. On 5 lakh rupees income, 20% is the tax. So 5 lakh, 20%, 1 lakh. Last slab, over 10 lakh. Over 10 lakh. अब यहाँ पर देख लेंगे 10 lakh के over कितना है. तो फर्स्ट 10 लाख हो गए. द टोटल इनकम इज 54,810. टोटल इनकम 15,54,810. उसमें से 10 लाख निकालो माइनस 10 लाख, तो बैलेंस बचा 5 लाख. 5,54,810. तो 5,54,810 is the balance. On this balance 30% is the tax rate. तो 30% comes to 166,443. So total income is 2,76,443. This is the basic tax. On this basic tax, 4%. Health and education cess. Tax on total income 276,443. Health and education cess 4%. So tax liability 2,87,501. Round off कर देंगे तो 500. 1 rupee छोड़ दो. तो 2,87,500 is the tax liability if she is a senior citizen. Case 1. Now case 2, she has not completed 60 years on 31st March 2020. That means non-senior, 2,50,000 is the basic exemption limit. If the date of birth is April 5th, 1960, slab 2 lakh to 2,50,000. Basic exemption 2,50,000. 2,50,000 nil. Second slab 2,50,000 1 to 5 lakh. 2,50,000 1 rupee to 5 lakh. So income is 2,50,000. 5%, 12,500. Next slab 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh. 5 lakh is the income. On 5 lakh 20%, 1 lakh. Now balancing figure. Total 10 lakh over. For 2 lakh 50, 2 lakh 50, 5 lakh. So 10 lakh over. So 15 lakh 54, 810 minus 10 lakh. So 5 lakh 54, 810 into 30%. 166 for 43. Add up 278, 943. The basic tax on total income 278, 943. To this we add 4% health and education cess, 11,158. So total tax liability is 2,90,101. Rounded off to 100. 2,90,100. So case 1, 2,87,500 tax liability. Case 2, 2,90,100. That's all. This is problem number 9. Now I am reading out problem number 10. See, every problem will be different from now onwards. Mr. Maxwell is having an income from long-term capital gain of rupees 3,80,000. Long-term capital gain is a special income on which there is a flat rate of tax of 20%. This I have explained in the theory video beginning. Special incomes. Best example of special income is LTCG, long-term capital gain, will be taxed at a flat rate of 20% separately. And rupees 8,20,000 income from other heads. Income from other heads, income from salary, income from house property, profits and gains of business or profession, capital gain, other sources. All these are other heads of income. So other heads of income, total income is 8,20,000. Calculate the tax now. In this problem, we have two incomes. One LTCG, which is a special income on which there is a flat rate of tax of 20%. Other income is a normal income. On normal income, we have to apply slab system, right? So here, computation of tax liability of Mr. Maxwell for the assessment here. Long-term capital gain, LTCG, 3,80,000. And income from other heads, normal income, 8,20,000. Now calculation of tax on normal income. First we calculate the tax on normal income. Normal income is 8,20,000. Normal income. On which slab system will apply. So slab income rate tax. The basic exemption limit 2,50,000. So up to 2,50,000 income 2,50,000 rate nil tax nil. From 2,50,001 to 5 lakh rupees. From 2,51,001 to 5 lakh rupees, 2,50,000 income, 5% is the tax rate, 12,500 is the tax. Now next slab will be from 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh, but our income is not going up to 10 lakh. Our income is only 8,20,000. So we are not going to take the slab, we will take the balancing figure. We will take the balancing figure. So 2,50,000 1 to 5 lakh over. After 5 lakh 1 to 10 lakh, but our income is not going up to 10 lakh. So we'll take the balance. So 8,20,000 minus 2,50,000 minus 2,50,000. In a 5 lakh rupees nikal. 8,20,000 minus 5 lakh. You'll get 3,20,000 balancing figure. On this 3,20,000, 20% is the tax rate. Multiply 3,20,000, 20%, 64,000. Add up 76,500 is the tax on normal income. This is the tax on normal income. So tax on normal income 76,500. Tax on LTCG, long-term capital gain. There is a flat rate of tax of 20%. So 20% of 3,80,000, 76,000. Add up both. 1,52,500 is the total tax. On this we have to add health and education cess 4%. 6,100. Add up 1,58,600. This is the tax liability. Note I have given tax rebate is not allowed because the total income is more than 5 lakh. Up to 5 lakh rupees tax rebate. Over 5 lakh, no tax rebate. That's all. This is the end of problem number 10. Now, problem number 11. See the 11th problem. Calculate tax liability of Mr. X if unexplained money is 7,32,800 and unrecorded jewelry worth rupees 25,60,000. See, income tax provisions are, it is advised to the assessee that whatever income you have earned, you have to show it to the income tax department that I have earned so much of income. If a person is escaped by not showing the income, he will be caught in expenditure. If he is caught in expenditure or if he is caught while having an unexplained money, then he will be taxed. For example, if a person is there, he has not shown his income voluntarily. He has earned a lot of money, but he has not shown to the income tax department that I have earned so much of money. He has escaped the tax. Later on, in some way or the other, income tax department comes to know that this person is having so much of money. He will ask, the income tax department has the right to ask that person, what are the sources of your income? He has to explain that I have earned so much of money. He has paid the tax or not. If he says, I have not paid the tax, then now that money will be treated as unexplained money. Unexplained money. So if a person is having unexplained money or unexplained assets or unexplained investments, that unexplained money, assets or investments, now it will be taxed at a flat rate of 60%. Flat rate of 60%. Apart from that, 4% health and education cess as usual. So in this problem, the assessee Mr. X, he is having unexplained money and unexplained jewelry. The total will be taxed at a flat rate of 60%. So computation of tax liability of Mr. X for assessment year 2020. Unexplained money 732,800. Unrecorded jewelry 25,60,000. So total unrecorded money and assets 32,92,800. On this, 60% tax will be applied according to the provisions of Income Tax Act. So according to the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961, if any unexplained money and unexplained investment or assets are found with the assessee, the tax rate applied will be 60%. The basic tax 60% of 32,92,800, 19,75,680. To this we add health and education cess 4%. 79,027 is the health and education cess. Add up 20,54,707. Rounded off 20,54,710. This is the tax liability on unexplained money and unexplained jewelry. That's all. So this is the end of 11th problem on this introduction part, which consists of calculating the tax liability, then residential status. In the next video we are going to do the problem on residential status, then incidence of tax. So I have explained 11 problems. Hope you are satisfied with my lecture. I have explained in detail. So if you are satisfied, give a like to the video, share it in your group, in your friend circles, give the feedback on my videos, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. We'll continue the next problem in the next video.